up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another quick reaction video for you guys. Now, Felicia Rashad, spoke on something that I've been speaking about for a little bit now, and what others have said too, when it comes to women and how they dress. I definitely want you guys to chime in. I want to hear what you have to say on this. It's a short clip that I'm going to play of the audio from the Breakfast Club. Here's the clip.
And I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way. Mm-hmm. But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing. Mm. But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that. Mm.
So that was just a short snippet of what she said. Of course, you can go to the Breakfast Club to see the entire interview. This is something that I've talked about as well. Women, dressing inappropriately and not seeing an issue with that. And we always talk about, hey, when you wear certain clothing, even though if a person decides to speak to you in a certain manner that is perceived as disrespect, I'm not saying that it's okay for a man to disrespect you based on what you're wearing, but it does speak to the type of attention that you warrant when you do wear clothes that are revealing. And to me, it's common sense, but once again, common sense is not common for everyone. So I think it's important, especially for your own safety and just in general, that young women understand that you do not have to go out and show it all. And I think what Miss Rashad was speaking to was, on the red carpets and, and how a lot red carpets and everywhere else. She said college campuses, where these young women think that it's okay to come out with boobs out, butt crack out, just everything showing. And they don't see how that is belittling them, how they're belittling themselves, or either just not, even if you don't want to say belittling them, you could say it's not looked at in a respectable manner. And if you have respect for yourself, and if you really value your image and how you want to be portrayed, it's very important to present yourself in a way that reflects that. And now we've just completely gotten away from the idea of being respectful young ladies, to the point where everybody want to look like Cardi B. Everybody want to dress like these Meg Thee Stallion. Everybody want to wear these strips of clothing, as she put it, like it's normal, like it's the norm. It's becoming the norm to wear your body all exposed, and they don't see anything wrong with it. We've seen women come out on red carpets with their boobs out, with everything out, clear, sheer dresses where you could see there's nothing left to the imagination. Everything is just on display. Look at me, look at butt cheeks. We've even seen, and I love Sierra and her music and her work, but as a married woman, she still came out with butt cheeks showing, and it's all acceptable until it's not. And as soon as somebody with some class and dignity says something, oh, now they side-eyeing her, and now they have negative things to say, because once again, nobody can tell women anything. Nobody can have an opinion outside of what the whole echo chamber has. Nobody can say, I don't think that looks good. I think we need to get back to, dressing in a classier, more, respectful way, because in their minds, they're all saying that is classy to them and that is respectable, and everybody's just supposed to accept it. No, but there's something to be said about the way a lot of these women are dressing. And once again, nobody can tell you anything. Anybody that has an opinion outside of what you believe, they're wrong. Oh, they need to be quiet. But then the minute somebody approach you in a negative way, or disrespect you in a way that treat you in a way that you don't accept or like, then you want to have a problem. But you don't want to take any accountability on your part. And I think that's the problem. This whole idea of being empowered to do the wrong things is too loud. That voice is too loud, in my opinion. And I think it's affecting a lot of women in a negative way. You don't want to be perceived by the way you look, but you have no problem putting your body out there. And then you don't want the wrong attention, but you're almost inviting it by showing all of your body. So it's just mind-boggling to me. And I think Miss Rashad was on point with what she was saying, because, like she said, you go on these college campuses, you go everywhere, they wearing strips of clothing and they walking around looking like 304s, thinking that this is empowerment and thinking that because they can do it and they have the power to do it and it should be acceptable to do and everybody should accept it, that it's okay when it's not. If you think about Felicia Rashad and other women from her generation, and I'm not saying that there weren't women who dressed like streetwalkers back then, because they did exist now, but for these women, we talk about demure and classy and all of that. These women had a classy element to the way that they dressed and the way that they presented themselves. They presented themselves like young ladies, where women wore dresses and they wore hats, or they wore, things that just look very feminine and nice. You didn't see a street full of women just coming out with boobs and butt cheeks out everywhere. I missed the time where you saw women who wore clothing, who covered their bodies up. And now it's just, it's on 10 right now. I mean, you can't watch an award show. Every woman that comes out of an award show just about got some type of body part showing. What happened to covering up? There are a lot of artists who used to dance and perform and had full on clothes on, but now it's just become a buffet of just TNA. It's all out here, and this is the way it's supposed to go. It's unfortunate because now it's to the point where people are tired of seeing asses and titties. Nobody's ashamed of it. Nobody's because it's something that's being championed. Everybody's like, girl, don't listen to them. You can wear what you want. You can dress how you want. Don't let nobody tell you nothing and all of that. But then when somebody is catcalling you or calling you something other than your name, you don't like that. And I know what women will say, oh, well, it don't matter if you're fully dressed. They're still going to do that. But it's a possibility. Wouldn't you give it more of a chance that somebody's going to catcall you or disrespect you if you're presenting yourself in a disrespectful manner? And if you don't think that wearing your boobs and your butt and everything showing is not disrespectful, or that's not going to garner disrespectful comments or anything like that, that's a problem within itself. And when did we get to a point where wearing it all, hanging out is okay, and that's the way a respectable lady is supposed to present herself? But that's the thing. I don't think these women care, because all of this is society has made it okay to come out and just dress however you want to, but you still demand a certain level of respect, whether you let it all hang out or whether you are fully clothed. And then they wonder why nobody is taking them seriously, why men are looking at you only to sleep with, because it seems like that's what you're promoting. So if you're leading with your body, then that's how people are going to look at you, as, oh, you must want us to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? But then you want men to look at you and say, oh, I see all your body on display, but I want to know what's in your brain. I want to know what type of person you appear. That don't go like that. What you're promoting and what you're showing is what people are going to focus on. And if you don't want to focus on that, change the way what you're presenting and what you're selling, because it looks like you're selling TNA, not what's in your brain. But child, listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this one, y'all. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.